Hey, what's going on? It's your boy TJ. This is an impromptu podcast. This will not be edited. I'm not editing this, so it is what it is. The way that it comes out is the way that it comes out. I'm at the studio. It's early in the morning, and it's just some things that I wanted to get off my chest. First off, I want to say thank you if you're listening to this podcast. I really do appreciate it. Anybody that takes the time out to listen to me, I'm always humbled by that because, anytime I sit behind this mic, I just give you my all. I try to be as real as I possibly can. I try to be as truthful as I possibly can. And that's the reason why I, don't do as many podcasts as I once did, because I was doing them for all the wrong reasons. I was doing podcasts because I thought I was doing topics that people wanted to hear. And I fell into all that bullshit, that, I got to do this, I got to talk about this person, because that's what people want to hear. And I'm doing it because I'm trying to get my views up and my listeners up. And I just felt fake at the end of the day, man. So now I just do podcasts because I love them. And I don't even count numbers. I don't look at people who listen to my podcast, because I feel like people who are going to ride for you are going to ride for you, and then there's individuals that when you get on, they want to make a name off you. All I'm asking is if a person didn't support me from the beginning, man, I'm talking about like people that, know me. I ain't talking about people that, over the course of time I developed, a listenership with, they start listening to me. I'm talking about individuals that know, that I'm talented. Like, man, don't come look for me. Don't make a name off me. That's all I'm saying. Don't call me when I make it. That's the reason why I started the movement. Don't call me when I make it, because people will try to make a name off you, just because, you made it and stuff like that. But they didn't help you put no work in. They don't even take the time out to support anything that you're doing. And it's not because they don't have, the time. It's because people, sometimes they want to see you fail. And then there's other people that don't want to see you doing better than them. I mean, some people just don't want to see it because maybe they have to do some soul searching and try to make some things move, and they don't want to see that. And if they see that you're the person that's basically their equal, you grew up the same way they did, you went to the same schools, you went to the same places, and all of a sudden you're on, they're going to get upset because they feel like, man, why not me? Because you probably didn't put the work in. And I know I'm babbling, which, like I said, this is an impromptu. I'm just getting some things off my chest. I was on social media yesterday. Go figure. I'm always on social media. I'm always talking about something, right? But anyway, there was a topic that came up. It was about the whole straight pride parade out there in Boston. About the guys who wanted to start a straight pride parade, and it's supposed to, I guess, counteract a gay pride parade. It's supposed to take place in August, and a lot of people up in arms. People are saying that these guys are just doing this because they got hate in their hearts, which I can't speak on because I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if these guys got hate in their heart. I never met them. But that's the world that we live in. Like, we rush to judgment about shit. Like, we rush to judgment because people do things that we don't understand. Or, people do things because, we don't try to understand them, because we just automatically label people. I put a status up. I said, if you say something about race, then you're racist, okay? If it's something of a comment and the majority of the people don't agree with, you're racist. If you say something in regards to homosexuality, I mean, you're homophobic. If you say something about oppression and it's not the same opinion of the majority, then you ain't woke. Like, people just label you and they don't know you from a can of paint. See, that's the problem. Social media, people think that they know you. Like, because you're on social media and y'all got the same friends and all that kind of stuff, y'all probably never met each other. All of a sudden, you think that you know this person. I remember a couple months ago, somebody said to me, they don't need to know me. They already know me by what I put on social media, what I comment on. I'm like, how the hell can you do that? Like, you don't know me. Like, you just looking at me based on this particular topic, but I might agree with you about other things. And we live in this world where we're not trying to search for information. We're not trying to communicate. We're not trying to get better. We're just trying to be the smartest MNF in the room. That's it. That's all we're trying to do. We're trying to be the smartest MNF in the room. Like, we just want to be on. We just want people to acknowledge us as being smart, as being talented, and we don't care. Like, we don't care about any of that. And that's the reason why I really don't try to get into debates with people anymore. Because people are just all about being right, and people want to back you into a corner. They want to back you into a corner so they can be like, oh yeah, I shut them down, and they want to feel good about them. But if your whole goal is to shut somebody down, and your whole goal is to try to be right, then be my guest. But you're going to live a life where you don't get any type of fulfillment when it comes to communication. You're not, because the dumbest thing a person can do is be around a whole bunch of people that think the same way they do. That's the dumbest thing a person can do, but we always do that. Like, we don't want to go out here and search and see what other people are thinking. And that's dangerous. We want to watch the same shows, because it gives us that fulfillment. And for the most part, we want to be around people that don't make us better. Who we don't. Like, we say, oh man, I want to surround myself with people that make me better. No, we don't. Because if you're around people that make you better, they're going to critique you. And sometimes you're not going to be ready for the critique. They're going to say something to you that you might not like. And that's what this world is all about, because we don't want to be judged. We say, we don't want to be judged. I don't want anybody to judge me. Man, honestly, we don't want people to judge us because we don't want to judge ourselves. I'm going to say that again. We don't want people to judge us because we don't want to judge ourselves. 9 times out of 10, people already know they on some bullshit. 9 times out of 10, people already know they on some bullshit. But they don't want to hear anybody else say that. Like, for example, if you have a homeboy or a homegirl that's messing around on their significant other, like, they know what they doing is wrong, but they don't want you to tell them they wrong. Okay, they want to continue to do it, because if you go to them and you address the matter, that means that they have to address it themselves. And nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. I know I'm all over the place, but once again, this is not edited. But anyway, this whole straight pride parade. Me personally, like I said, I'm not in a business of judging anybody. Okay, they can do whatever the hell they want to do, and people who are homosexuals, they're entitled to do anything that they want to do. I know a lot of people out here these Bible huggers. They want to sit around here and judge everybody. They want to sit up here and talk about how homosexuality is an abomination, which if you're into the Bible, it talks about it. But there's a lot of things that we do is not pleasing to God. And just because you don't lay down with somebody of the same sex does not mean that you're not a sinner. And I feel like it takes a person with a huge set of balls to go stand outside somewhere and judge somebody based on their actions. Like people outside abortion clinics. Like you want to stand out there and you want to have like a baby fetus out there and you want to talk about how it's wrong to abort babies and it's against God and all that kind of stuff there. I'm like, it takes some balls for you to go out here and judge people like that. Like you have to like basically walk, talk, and do everything right for you to just sit out and judge people based on their actions. You got it at abortion clinics. You got people with going at homosexuals. You got people that are talking about people that ain't been to church in a long time. They always trying to judge people. Like, I think they need to look at themselves, man, because the Bible says, judge not that ye be not judged. God is the ultimate judge. And God didn't put you on earth for you to judge any damn body, because at the end of the day, when you close your eyes, you're going to be judged for the fact that you were judging others. But once again, we want to turn our heads away from that because it's not a part of our agenda. And most of the people that's talking about abortion and most of these people that are talking about homosexuality, man, most of these people, they don't want to be judged themselves. And they're going to get a rude awakening, man, when they close their eyes and they have to stand before the judgment seat of God, and they have to be held accountable for their actions. And they have to be held accountable for the fact of them judging people based on some of the things that they did. And me personally, I think that God needs to judge them the hardest, because they already made up in their mind that they don't do shit wrong. They don't make mistakes, and they have room to judge any damn body that they want to. So you shouldn't do those type of things. As far as with homosexuals, man, I just feel like sometimes, you know, the homosexual community, and this is just my opinion, I feel like they're becoming the bullies. You know, I feel like the worst thing that you can possibly do is just basically blackball somebody because you don't want that person to express themselves. Like we always talk about, this is America. This is America. This is the land of the free, the home of the brave. And the first thing we start coming up with is freedom of speech. We got the freedom of speech. We can say anything we want. We can do anything we want. But then when somebody open their mouth, people in their feelings. You know, people are not going to always agree. People are not going to always see the things the same way you see them. And I don't know why people just think that. Like, you're not going to live in a world. You cannot muzzle everybody. Everybody is not going to like you. Man, you can go out there and you can feed the hungry. You can give money away. You can put clothes on kids and you know, misfortunate individuals' backs, and still people are not going to like you. They're going to be like, who in the hell do they think they are? They think they Mother Teresa. You know, they think they Diana, the Princess of Wales. You know what I'm saying? They think they Jesus Christ themselves. People are always going to find something to not like you about. Hell, there's probably people out there that don't like me. They probably like, oh, man, this guy always talking, man. He ain't never going to be nothing. He ain't never going to amount to nothing. He just talking. I don't give a shit. You know why? Because I know what I am. I know I'm a talented son of a bitch. Okay? I know I am. I mean, I'm my own biggest fan. Because if you're not going to root for you, who is? Who is going to root for you? Probably nobody. Okay? So I don't care. You know, I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. And I feel like that's the same way with homosexuals and other people. You know, don't give a shit about what people think. I mean, blackballing people is not going to stop them. To be honest with you, man, it's probably going to make their platform bigger because, I mean, people just love controversy. I mean, look at O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson, this guy went to jail, got out. And we all know what he did back in 1994. I mean, he was on trial for, you know, they said allegedly he murdered 2 people. And look at OJ now. This man on Twitter winning. OJ posted maybe like 4 tweets, and all of a sudden he almost got 1 million followers. I mean, people just love controversy, man. People love it. So you giving people a platform. And, you know, I feel like, you know, there's this agenda going on because it just seems like to me that anything that I watch, anything that I see, always about acceptance. People have to accept people the way that they are. And, you know, that's where the problem comes in because people don't want to feel like they're being force-fed anything. People want to feel like they come to those conclusions on their own without the help of others. That's what they want. They want to feel like they're the ones that come to this conclusion. Okay. And I know what the next person is probably going to say. Well, TJ, what about back in the days with the civil rights movement? What about that? People came to those conclusions on their own too. I hate to say it like that. Like, you can put inclusion in there, but you're still going to have racist MNFers out there that's just not going to like you for the color of their skin. You know, not going to like you because of the color of your skin, excuse me. That's just what it is. I mean, you think, oh man, just because I can go into the same restaurant as this white person or whatever color a person is, you think that that's just going to be okay? You don't think in the back of their mind they're probably thinking to themselves, like, I still don't like this MNF. I wish that I didn't have to sit next to this person. It don't matter. You know, like you can stop people, you can blackball people, but at the end of the day, it's just going to piss a lot of people off and they're still going to have problems. What we need to start doing is sitting down, communicating, having a good conversation with people and getting some things off our chest. We really need to start tackling things. Until we have a sit-down discussion about race and people just pour their hearts out and we just completely eliminate self and ego away from this, we're going to always have this problem. And don't think that the media don't know about this. Oh, no. Don't think they don't know. They know exactly what's going on. I mean, you know about it, okay? There is this thing called analytics, okay? I mean, when they put up these YouTube videos, you don't think that they have these analytics on who is watching what and what topics? And you know what they're going to do? After the analytics department comes back with their findings, they're going to start pushing that same topic from different angles to piss you off. And that's just how the world is. They're capitalizing on the hate. I mean, as much as we want to sit down and watch Anderson Cooper and we want to watch, Sean Hannity and all these other cats, you know what I'm saying? They're capitalizing off the hate. I never watch the news and I see at the end of the news telecast, or a debate between two people, I never hear nobody say, you know what, you right. It always just ends with the I guess like the head anchor, the guy who is the host, he always stops and say, thank you all for coming. How come we never find solutions? They just sitting up there going back and forth and they just let you decide. And and we're losing at the end of the day. And we're not coming away from those conversations any better. We're not coming away from those conversations any better. We're actually worse because we're spending most of our time watching certain things that we agree with. And then we go out here and we try to tell somebody else about it, and they might think differently from us. That's why it's important to watch different news stations that are different from the ones that you're used to. I mean, if you're a Democrat, I know you probably watch CNN most of the time. But, if you're a Republican, you'll watch Fox News. Watch Fox News sometime if you're a Democrat. Watch CNN sometimes if you're a Republican, so you can see how the world is viewed from both angles. But people aren't going to do that because we don't want to have these conversations. If you want to create change in this world, you got to go and talk to the other side. You got to have that conversation. And it might get ugly. And some chairs might get thrown. Some furniture might get moved. But you got to have these conversations to know where a person stands. And that is going to be the day where we really get true equality. Because you cannot force feed equality down the throats of people. Because all they're going to do is regurgitate that ish up. And they're just going to keep it moving. So that is when real change is going to come, when we all come together. But that's all I got, man, to be honest with you. I got that off my chest. I'm happy, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have not already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com. Search Unapologetic Radio. That's Unapologetic Radio. And also check out Unapologetic Radio on Live 365. Go to live365.com, search Unapologetic Radio, and you can also download the Live 365 app. And, you can hear Unapologetic Radio at any time. It's a 24-hour commercial-free hip-hop and R&B station. And I hope that you enjoy it because I really put a lot of work into it. And also I have a website, theunapologeticradio.com, theunapologeticradio.com. And on Facebook, you can follow me at TJ Jones, or you can follow Unapologetic Radio there. And also on Twitter at TJ the Radio Guy. That's TJAY, the Radio Guy. All I have to say now is we global.